I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
The tit, the most unassuming of bird species. The tit is from a large family of small passerine birds which mainly occur in the northern hemisphere. Members of this family are commonly referred to as tits throughout much of the English-speaking world. These birds are mainly small, stocky, woodland species. Some have crests or beards. Just like another animal, the Alba commune pinae, they range from 4 to 8 inches. Many species live around human habitation and come readily for nuts or seed, and learn to take other foods. This message was presented by the DeWeather Institute for Climate Knowledge. The DeWeather Cares Knights Tits Kickball Tournament is coming this October and benefits 4 cancer-related charities. See DeWeather Center on Facebook for more information.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Highside Hustle right here on the National Racing Network. Yes, we have survived. Adam Rubright back with you here, Chris Graham, our executive producer, and
You say you
again,
survived and your internet takes a shit?
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I said the Knoxville Nationals. I didn't say anything else, Chris. I said the Knoxville Nationals. There's a difference there. So, anyways, folks,
Got that
welcome back.
hotspot
We're
ready,
glad to
bub.
be back here with you. Really? Hey, you told me Fred's going to come here and knock my shit. Well, here, Freddie's here, boys. But anyways, yes, after about a month off, we are back here with the Highside Hustle. It's good to be back, Adam. What a week we had. We got the full Knoxville National experience. We got a great race. We had four great days of racing out there in Iowa. Great weather, mostly humid. Us fat boys didn't appreciate it, but man, what an experience Knoxville Nationals was.
Us big boys do not enjoy the humidity like Iowa has, and you add in the fact that the heat plus the humidity from the agriculture out there is the best way that the lady that cut my hair at the Great Clips put it as. It is brutal. Yes, I woke up Thursday morning, had to take the woman to get or something at a Dollar Tree, and I saw there was a Great
You had to
Clips
take
right next
me into
door.
Knoxville so I can go get Becca from the airport.
Yeah. Well, after that, I had to take her, and there was Great Clips next to the Dollar General, and it was game on. I couldn't deal
hey,
with
what'd you
it.
come back from the Knoxville Nationals with? I came back with a fresh haircut.
A haircut and 14 T-shirts.
Yes. What a weekend. What a week it was out there. And we'll get into all that here. And folks, once again, thanks for joining us here. Thanks to our great sponsors here, the Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, which what a weekend for them with Brett Marks having a great run in Knoxville Nationals, getting a lot of exposure for them. And then also our other sponsor, 34 Motorsports. Yeah, behind me as well. Hot Shoe Racewear with that beautiful flag Alan Grace designed for us here. Adam has his somewhere as well, but Alan did a hell of a job on that. Go check out all of our sponsors. But let's get into it. Let's get our week in Knoxville underway here. Of course, we'll prelude this in here with the Cappy and the Oscar because they kind of set the stage for the Knoxville Nationals. And of course, the Cappy, that was won by David Gravel, who seems to be winning everything in Knoxville. And that leads into Wednesday night. And then, of course, Kyle Larson went and won the Front Row Challenge at Oskaloosa on Monday night. So that set the full night of the Knoxville National. Presented by NOS Energy Drink. And where else do you start here on Wednesday night except David Gravel is still fast at Knoxville. As simple as that. Gravel is it's kind of coming to his own with that track.
Yeah, I agree there. I mean, what he's been able to do at Knoxville is nothing short of spectacular. It really sucks to see his Nationals appearance come to an end by a blown motor coming into turn one, but I mean, it's a part of the game. You really can't do anything about that. Parts fail, and it sucks, but I don't know. I think Gravel maybe might have been the best opponent to go against Larson in the last five there. Then again, I also think maybe if Schatz would have found the rubber a little bit sooner, and I've personally, in my opinion, I mean, I'm nowhere near the status of a race car driver, let alone a race car driver that has 300 wins with the World of Outlaws. I think maybe he might have tried that move to slide Larson maybe just a hair too early. I think he might have showed his hand a little too early, and that kind of, I think, maybe took away his chances there. Because after he tried that, he didn't lose all of his momentum, but he lost a good chunk of it, and he just couldn't really quite reel him in like he was the last 5-6 laps prior to that.
Absolutely. But back to Wednesday night here. We'll start with qualifying here. How about this? This shocked kind of both of us here. Brooke Tatnell goes out, says quick time by a tenth of a second over Gio. And then you have Logan Schuchart, probably my surprise there. And this is probably what got him into the Knoxville Nationals himself. Danny Dietrich goes out, qualifies fourth. Roger Crockett fifth, and Donnie Schatz was sixth. And that qualifying is so important out there in Knoxville. And I don't like how qualifying sets you up for the entire night. But with the Knoxville Nationals, this is such a big race, if you were to have a bad effort in your heat, say, something would happen, maybe you blew a motor or you have a flat tire, whatever, it doesn't hurt you as bad as if it was a regular night. You can still work your way through the B and get enough points to get yourself into the A, which we saw with Danny Dietrich. He did that in his heat. He finished sixth in his heat. He only took the top four, and that was that got him into the B main. He finished third. He came all the way up from, I believe, 20. Let's see here. He started back. I believe
23rd.
22nd. Yeah, 23rd.
22nd, 23rd.
Yeah. And then he came up to 16th. That was enough to get him into the Knoxville Nationals. But guys having good nights that night. Justin Henderson, you and I looked at each other. We thought that was going to be probably who was going to win that race there until about yellow came out there, and Henderson, he just kind of felt like a rock then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but back to Danny. I mean, to come up through the field the way he did, you almost got to think he followed Schuhart the best he could, because Schuhart was going to go forward no matter what. I mean, he's one that has Knoxville figured out. I know it hasn't translated to a win just yet, but it's not going to be long before Shark Racing 1S hits the victory lane in Knoxville, in my opinion.
And Logan 20, I believe that was 20th to
21st
7th.
to 7th. 21st to
7th. What a run for the Shark Boys. That one. I think about it, say if Henderson falls back another spot. Okay, sorry, Justin Henderson was fourth. If Logan get up there and get two more spots, he might be towards the front row of the Knoxville Nationals. But we really thought he would have enough speed on Saturday night to make a charge to the front there, but it really didn't settle in until maybe 15 laps to go, when he really needed that speed to come in right at the right as they came back from the halfway break.
Yeah, I was talking to Ron after the race there, and he said pretty much the car was just a little bit too tight for the first 25, and it didn't really come around until, like you said, there were maybe 15 to go. So, yeah, again, same with Danny Dietrich. He was so fast on Wednesday, and then Saturday track prep goes on. Well, you think you're going to get just about the same track you had to race on like you did on your prelim night, and then surprise, here's track prep. And then I think that threw a lot of guys for a loop. I mean, Henderson didn't quite look as fast, Larson is Kyle Larson, so he's going to just do Kyle Larson things, but Danny didn't really do all that much in the feature. But again, how much did that track prep play into the hand of things like that? I mean, Henderson didn't look as fast as he was on his prelim night. Neither was Casey Kane, and he was a bullet in that Beef Packers car, which, by the way, in my opinion, should have won Best Appearing Throwback. Just for the nostalgia of it. And then the Mark Kinzer, Bobby Mincer car. And then my top three would be the Roth 83, Mincer and the Mark Kinzer car, and then the Kramer Williamson car piloted by Justin Peck. That's my top three.
I gotta agree with you. Although I think if I had to throw a generic, it probably would have been damn it was just in my head.
Jason Sides' car was really nice, or not Jason Sides, Tim Kading. DK.
Oh, that was great between him and Danny Smith. That was fantastic. Oh, that was good. But anyway, for Brand Agricultural Night here, your A-man went to David Gravel, second with 9 shots, second with Gio Selzy, third was 9 shots, fourth Justin Hammond, fifth was Justin Peck, bringing back his 73 car. He had a really good weekend. So on to Wolf Eye Care Clinic night, and we'll mention qualifying here, which Casey Kane and the Beef Packers car went out there, set quick time 15.142, just 0.2 faster than Sunshine Tyler Courtney. Third was Brad Sweet, fourth was Kyle Larson, and fifth was Ian Madsen in qualifying. But again, it goes back to Saturday or Thursday. You got to look at this, is that how much rain fell on the facility before that night. Now, personally, I did not think I did not think that track was going to widen out. So I said, all right, this might be my Dingus night. I was thinking about just going over to Dingus and just, seeing what it was like from over there. Well, I watched the first 3 heat races, and I'm like, well, I'm going over to the seats because this is fantastic. The crew at Knoxville, and we'll get into everything that happened on Thursday night here as we work through this here. But first of all, hats off to the track prep crew at Knoxville. They did a fantastic job on bringing that track back together. And even in qualifying, we thought it was going to get quicker and quicker and quicker. It didn't. It seemed like the early guys that went out, they were the ones up towards the front of the quick times there. And it seemed like its slower guys were towards the back there. But it kind of played out the way we kind of thought it would there throughout qualifying.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know. Personally, I get it. It's the Knoxville Nationals. Don't change. Don't try and fix something if it's not broken. But I think I would have liked to see, for the amount of cars, split field qualifying. I mean, yeah, you're by doing the same group, you're weeding out the guys that are slower and bringing the cream of the crop to the top. But
right,
how many excellent cars went out late in time trials and didn't do a whole lot of anything? Both nights.
It's the way it's always been out there. I don't see that changing. I think honestly the Knoxville Nationals format it's not a terrible format because you're going against the entire field, and also you put the invert cars in the back of each heat. So really, you still have it. You got to do your job at the front there to make your way to qualify in. You have a better chance to qualify in. Sure, you're not getting the points, but you have a better chance to kind of see yourself better going into the Saturday or the B mains and on Saturday night. Then, if you know you're not going to make it in.
Absolutely. To each their own. I would have liked to see split field qualifying, just like kind of how they did on Friday night for Hard Knocks, but that's just my opinion. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Oh boy, that's funny. That is funny. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. But as we look through the night there, it got interesting there. We'll go right into the heats here, or into the feature. Which first of all, I thought Parker Price Miller, as soon as the way it looked like on that opening lap there, I thought he went cage first into the pole there. I thought he was done. I thought he was dead. And that was the one thing that annoyed the hell out of me. And I texted a friend of mine out there and I said, that's what the one thing that annoys me about out here is that they took forever to say if somebody was okay. Like that scared me a lot between that one and then that whole shit show with Paul McMahon. That was just scary as hell there with that one, which, let's be honest, that was all Carson Macedo. That was 100% Carson Macedo going down on the berm there and just trying to squeeze his way through there, which he shouldn't have. But hats off to the Knoxville fire and safety crew there. Cars weren't even stopped on the track, and they were already out on the track trying to douse the fire. That's the first thing. And second thing of that was, thank God for Carson Macedo's tail tank breaking off, because the sparks that came off him and Kerry Madsen's car when they touched, I thought that could have been a second fire. But it wasn't. Thank God it wasn't. But again, it just goes to show the Knoxville fire and safety crew, they are top notch at when they get out there. They were absolutely on point this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of like that meme that I sent you of Johnny Knoxville. And it's like the starter stand. All right, guys, let's just have a clean race. And then,
welcome to Jackass.
Hi, my name is Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass. I feel like that was the first 5 laps of that feature on Thursday night. I really do. Also, does Kyle Larson walk on horseshoes and have one attached to him at all times? Because any other race car driver would have continued to pile in
that?
On I don't know how he missed McMahon's car on fire, but also miss somebody else barreling into the ass end of Macedo.
That was Dumsy. Marcus Dumsy.
I don't know. I have no words for how he somehow managed to snake his way through there.
Buddy, I don't know. There's a golden horseshoe somewhere in that boy, and it's incredible. But once we finally got going, then after all that mess, Kyle Larson's already at the 10th, by the way, after coming through the B main. So he went from 18th to 10th in one lap, I think. Which also, by the way, that first restart when they called Austin McCarl for a jump, bullshit. I absolutely call that one bullshit because that screwed Brent. I feel like he was already up to second, but that's just me. Anyway, but Brian Brown, he goes out there and for the first time in a while, he shows he's a contender for the Knoxville Nationals, going out and getting the win over Kyle Larson and Brent Marks, who, let's be honest, Larson was a buzzsaw on Thursday night. He was looking for any way to get in that Knoxville Nationals, and that was a fine run there. But Brownie, man, that was the run that he needed.
Yeah, 100%. Brownie looked, ever since he's hooked up here with Lasowski and has him turning the wrenches, Ryan Brown's been a completely different human being behind the race car, and it shows.
Which,
I mean, he's
by the
picked off a
way,
couple of wins, a couple top fives. You know, like the addition to the dude since his departure from Mason Daniel Racing, obviously for Mason having concussion-like symptoms still, which is nothing to shake a stick at.
No.
It's a shame that somebody who had a lot of potential and a lot of talent and has had top tier equipment continued to struggle with concussion-like symptoms.
Yeah, I agree. And also, here's a fun fact for you. In case you can't run that beef packer car here, you know Brian Brown was on that crew of that beef packer car when Lasowski won the Knoxville Nationals. Yeah, Brian Brown was on that
Way
crew.
back in the day.
1998, buddy, 1998. But anyway, yeah. But Brian, I went over on the front stretch and to see the feature, and the crowd going nuts. It was electric. Just see everyone just cheering for the reaction when he got out of the car in victory lane. I mean, that was a very well populated win. I think I texted you right away, and I said, "It's Brian Brown wins on Saturday night. Knoxville will be burnt to the ground." And I thought we had a good shot seeing that. I really did. But it was a very, very popular win on Thursday night for Wolf Eye Clinic night with Brian Brown pick up the win.
It certainly was, and just by the amount of T-shirts you see of brownies walking through the concourse at Knoxville or going, anywhere throughout a 10-mile radius of that racetrack, you see more Brian Brown shirts than you do really anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. And T-shirt alley, I mean, that was packed all weekend long. I'm glad I got most of my shopping out of the way Wednesday and Thursday because there was not much left there Friday and Saturday. There wasn't much left there.
The first T-shirt trailer I went to was Hot Shield because your boy needed a Pennzoil 22 shirt. I mean, so
yeah. Oh yeah. We all need that Pennzoil 22, and I'm glad I got it when I did. I wish I would have got the tie-dye over the red in a way, but I do like the red shirt we got there. But there was a lot of cool shirts out there this weekend. I love the both Shark Boys shirts. They were great.
I was a big fan of trying to get a discount on the Shark Racing the Logan Schuchart Knoxville shirt because if you look, no. If you tried to buy that shirt on Wednesday or Thursday, it said Penne Sylvania, as in like penny pasta. They had to do a rerun of them T-shirt. Sylvania. It was P-E.
So was it like this?
It was Penne Sylvania.
Oh. Okay.
I would have bought one of them for like I would have bought one of them for like $15.
Wow, I didn't even notice that. So they were gonna just put.
They literally
put PENNA.
Yeah, they literally didn't even sell them, like at all, until Friday.
Interesting.
Until they had that new shipment with the correct spelling.
It's amazing how people can turn that around real quick. And I guess when you pay for shipping, I guess that helps out too there. But all right, let's move on now.
You know damn well that shit wasn't shipped from Arizona. Mm-mm. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but like two doors down from where the Shark Boys racing trailer was, like behind Sunshine and Tyler Courtney, that is a full blown graphics design shop.
Oh,
T-shirt
is that
press.
what that is in there?
T-shirt press in the background, because like when I was sitting through that rain delay, I'm like, man, I kind of really have to go to the bathroom, and I really didn't feel like just taking a piss on a fucking sidewalk in Knoxville. Kind of felt like that would have been a little rude, so like I knocked on the door. I was like, hey, do you have a bathroom I can use? And then like there's just wing panels scattered everywhere, streaks of vinyl, freaking T-shirt machine in the back, spinning them up and cranking them out like crazy.
So that's where they print the lineup shirts at. Okay.
That would be my guess, yes.
I would guess that. By the way, folks, if you enter your remarks on the 60th annual Nos Drink Knoxville Nationals, put them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to also send us stars and give us a big old thumbs up here too, because we really appreciate all your support here, everybody here on the Highside Hustle and the National Racing Network. So, all right, well, I tell you what, let's do this. Let's pay some bills here. We'll take a quick commercial break. And if you want to get that lined up a while, Chris, and when we come back, we will get ready for the second half, and we'll show you our second half from Hard Knocks night and Saturday night, and also recap whatever else happened around here, because we had some first time in a long time winners over the weekend here in Central PA. So stay tuned, folks. You're watching the Highside Hustle right here on the National Racing Network.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. The tip. Book for more.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Highside Hustle right here. What is that?
Breaking
Newswire's going
news
off.
into the worldwide broadcast headquarters of the National Racing Network. Take it away, Bert.
All right, thank you, Chris. Just broken by the World of Outlaws on Twitter. Casey Kane will be with the Ross Motorsports 83 car for the remaining 24 races of the World of Outlaws NOS and Drake Sprint Car Series. What the hell? Wow.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Wow, I did not see that. Oh, there is. If you go in, hold on, I'll pull up the press release here. I just read it from Peterson. Let me find it here. There it is. After a very stout run during Southern Iowa Speed Weeks and at the Knoxville Nationals, Ross Motorsports have made a decision to name Casey Kane as their pilot of the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series team for the remainder of the 21 season. We've always had a great relationship with Casey Kane. Dennis Ross said Kane in the Ross car for mid-2000s. There is nothing in this article about Aaron Reitzel. So, is that suspension longer than what was anticipated, or is that it? Reitzel is done with the 83 car, and I almost think that he is done now if Kane's in that car for the rest of the year.
I bet you my left maple nut that Aaron Reitzel will be back with the All-Stars driving for Josh Bachman within, I don't know, 2 weeks.
I don't see that one. I don't.
No?
No? I don't
Positive?
think so. Feel pretty positive on that one.
Do you?
I don't see that.
Was there a falling out that I don't know about?
Shocked. I'd be kind of shocked, but
because I mean, just by the drunken conversation from Bristol, I mean, he talked so highly of Aaron Reitzel.
I know, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he can't race with the Outlaws, and no one from the Outlaws is going to be.
Well, no, he
can't
race with the Outlaws until September.
Yeah, either way, no one from the Outlaws, or no one who fields a car for the Outlaws is going to be fucking stupid enough to put him in a car.
I don't
know,
and
if they do, I will be shocked. Because, like, okay, to cheat is one thing. I mean, if you're not cheating one way or another in motorsports, you ain't trying. I mean, plain and simple. People have been doing it for years, and they're still getting away with it one way or another. But to tamper with a frame, that's like a whole new level. Like, that puts your safety through the wind. I mean,
absolutely.
Even if, you know, all right, you play by the excuse of, oh, well, it was just sandblasted too many times and it wore down the structural integrity. Okay. When I'm piloting a car that weighs 1,425 pounds and I have 900 horsepower, basically 2 inches in front of my kneecaps, I want that frame to be as fucking sturdy as humanly possible. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Like, in this day and age, with how fast these cars are going, there is absolutely no way in hell I am skimping on car safety if I am an owner. Not a chance.
Another thing, it literally just dropped. Boy, they're dropping a lot of stuff here. Paul McMahon will not be behind the CJB number 5 for about 2 weeks, dealing with concussion symptoms from his wreck, which Paul did not.
I saw him Friday morning. He looked.
I did too.
Pretty all out of sorts. So I can't.
Yeah, he didn't
say
see the
that
Paul
I
McMahon
blame
that I know.
CJB. Yeah, I can't blame CJB and Paul for wanting to, you know, like, take a couple weeks, mellow it out here, and go from there.
Don't forget, Paul wanted to drive. Paul wanted to race on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
but I'm glad.
I mean, it's the Knoxville goddamn Nationals. You're goddamn right.
He was in the B main too. He was in a pretty good spot on the B.
Yeah.
So, well, Aaron Reitzel. I'm going to probably just assume that he's out of the Roth Motorsports 83. Boy, I love having the show where shit just breaks left and right. Oh,
would you like updates from the BC39, gentlemen?
Yeah, let's do that real quick as I get up Friday night's results here.
Heat race number 1 goes to Colt Bodine. Jerry Coons Jr.,
Wow.
Carter Sarf, KTJ, and Bryant Weedman. Your top 5 in that one. Carter Sarf 7 to 3rd for biggest mover. KTJ 8th to 4th. Heat number 2 goes to Chase Randall, followed by Chase Elliott, Buddy Kofoid, Chris Wyndham, and Hayden Williams. Biggest movers, Kofoid 8th to 3rd, Wyndham 9th to 4th. Heat number 3, Sunshine Tyler Courtney in the 7BC, Kaylee Bryson, Chase Briscoe, Zach Taylor, Jason McDougal, your top 5. Emerson Axum was 6th in that one. Courtney, biggest movers, 2nd to 1st. Bryson, 4th to 2nd, and Briscoe, 7th to 3rd. So, good run for him there. Heat 4, Aiden Purdue over Logan Seavey, Brady Bacon, Ethan Mitchell, and Maria Kofer. JJ Yaley, 6th. Robert Bell, 7th. Biggest mover, Logan Seavey, 8th to 2nd. Heat 5, Justin Grant over Kyle Larson, Taylor Reimer, Austin Barnhill, and Brenham Crouch. Tanner Thorson finished 6th in that one.
Good for Taylor Reimer.
Kyle Larson racing up 8th to 2nd. Justin Grant 6th to...
There it is. There it is. I knew you were going to say it, Chris.
Say what?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say
Kyle
that.
Larson's a badass?
Biggest movements. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Well, we all knew it was going to happen, folks. We all
And
knew.
Thursday night at the BC 39 goes to
Kyle Larson. Simple as that. Just mark it down right now. He's going to win the pursuit tonight. He's going to be probably top 5 for tomorrow night. So just lock it in, folks. Just phone it in. So, all right. Let's move on now to Hard Knocks night, which this is a very, very wild night here. Had 69 cars signed in for the final 4 spots for the Knoxville Nationals. I believe these guys went behind the B main cars. So, so start out with Darren Pittman.
Yeah. Behind. My bad.
Yeah. Start out with Darren Pittman.
Basically, it was 16.
Shield. What's that?
16 through 20.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they went ahead of the B main cars. My fault.
Because Hard Knocks
so
was Hard Knocks was 20 to 24. Yeah.
Yes. Correct.
Starting spot wise. Sorry.
Anyway, Darren Pittman was quick time over Jack Honshield, Matt Joel, Anthony Macri, and Clint Gardner. Remember, it was only 1 lap time trials for them.
There's a car that I thought was on the cusp of doing great things last week.
What's that?
Swindell 39. I mean, Pittman was fast. He just couldn't catch a break.
No, he couldn't. That Titan car looked badass. That Titan car looked very badass.
Yes, I'd have to agree there.
And in the second group, it was Rico, Jacob Allen, Mike Weiner, Tim Schaefer, and Kyle Reinhardt were your top 5 out of there. So, as we look through here,
that's another one. Night, Jacob Allen, can that kid get some freaking luck? Oh my God!
First,
leading a heat race, blown right rear. Leading the B main, blown right rear.
Right rear.
God, man, that kid just needs even a half an ounce of luck. And both sharp cars would have been in the show on Saturday.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to feel for the kid.
One Hard Knocks, probably would one Hard Knocks or did enough in the B main to get up to the into a top 4 spot. But
I'm sorry if you have terrible luck all week and you start 12th in the E main, the odds are stacked against you, big time.
Just a little bit, I think.
Because you figure the B main was a feature in itself. They started 24 cars for 4 spots.
Yeah.
And the further you go in the soup, the more cars they add onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Like E main started with 12 cars.
Can we also say that Austin McCarl will not be getting a Christmas card from Logan Weiner this year?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Or next year for that matter. I mean,
nope. Logan, man, that sucked. Logan didn't have too terrible of a night, but that sucked. I mean, I know it wasn't the best Austin Nationals for him, but
I gotta also give a tip of the cap to Mike Wagner. He looked damn good.
Yeah, Mike
I mean,
looked good on Friday night.
He held his own on Friday night. You know, missed the show by what, one spot after leading 10 of the 12 laps, and then it's just the experience thing. I think if Mike would have had a little bit more experience at Knoxville, I think he probably would have put it in the show on Friday night.
Yeah. Yeah, he missed the transfer by one spot on Friday night, so by finishing fifth. But anyway, yeah, so in the Hard Knocks feature, that first half of that race was led by Jack Honshield, and I thought we were going to see something incredible that night. How appropriate would it have been to see the Pennzoil 22 car make it into Jack's last Knoxville Nationals, and then the tire fell off. It just fell off. It fell like a rock, and he gets passed by Brock Zierfoss with 2 to go. And as Rico Aber, he picked up the win on Hard Knocks night over Anthony Macri, Stewart, and Brock Zierfoss, 4th guys to get in. Jack Honshield fell all the way back to 6th now. As we celebrate 2 of our PA guys getting in there, you got to feel a little heartbroken for Jack, just barely missing out on making the Knoxville Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, and then like my favorite part about that whole deal was you lead into Saturday and something special was going to happen, and then sure enough, right after that insane B main Saturday night, Jack comes out to salute the fans, and that place went ballistic. I mean, no better way to send Jack out than 30,000 people giving him a standing ovation at Knoxville.
And by the way, hats off to Wade Unger for his.
That man knows how to work a crowd, like 100%. Like every time that man like gets the crowd fired up, by like doing the whole waving to Australia with your cell phone lights and the whole that whole 9 yards, and then like
wave together too.
Yeah, and then you add in like his wild child thing when he'd say wild, and the entire front stretch, and as we were called all week, the backstretchers also joined backstretchers. Oh my god, it like I don't know, man. I mean, the front stretch seemed pretty rowdy, but I think the backstretch was the party animals.
I was trying to find a way to get a whole front stretch sucks chant like we do infield sucks on Brew Hill. I was trying to get that going.
Yeah, not going to happen, my man. You're not that guy.
But I will say this, Wade Unger's tribute to Jack, too, that he wrote up. That man has a way with words, too. Not only can he rile the crowd up, he has a beautiful way of putting things. I remember he put a beautiful saying out after Jason died and after Greg died. And he did a beautiful write-up for Jack here, too, on his final night in Knoxville. And he just has a way with words. I will have that man on this show here because we got to talk to him about Australia, his whole Knoxville, and just how he can get. It just gives me goosebumps thinking about the whole Wild Child chant too. And I wish they would have.
I wish we could have video of that. Because
it's out there on Twitter. It's out there on Twitter. We can find that. But all right, well, let's get into it. The 60th annual Nos Aaron Drink Knoxville National event by Casey's General Stores. Your 4 transfer from the B main were Jason Sides, Dylan Sisney, or E main, Jason Sides, Dylan Sisney, Jacob Allen, and John Carney. They put it into the back of the D, which they really didn't do too much. Hats off to Dylan Sisney, making his first trip out to Knoxville, and not a bad week, I still learned a lot out there, still trying to get this 2 DC car dialed in, and a very, very, very impressive run here for Dylan in his first chance at the Knoxville Nationals. And in the D main, it was Jack Dover, Scotty Thiel, Dustin Selvage, and Mark Dobmeyer. They would transfer. Excuse me. Is it 6? No, I'm sorry. 6 went in. So Chad Kavanaugh and Jesse Attard also qualified in. Then in the C main, it was Hunter Schoenberg, Arrington Jennington, Harley White, Sawyer Phillips, Carson McCarl, and Tim Schaefer. They transfer into the back of the B main. And let's just start right here, this B main. So we'll start off with Carson Macedo. He goes out, gets the win over Kerry Madsen. And then behind him, it just became a crapshoot on lap 21 of 22.
Yeah, I mean, and Baston was running probably the race of his life. I mean, he is so fast in that 11. I hope he stays in that for a while. But you gotta feel for him. I mean,
By
to be
that
in a
much.
transfer, literally, like,
Like, you got to find the meme
hold
of
on.
him. Got to find the meme of
You were this close.
to making an Knoxville Nationals.
Like, God, man,
Yeah.
you gotta feel it. 8/1000ths of a second. That.
And personally, I thought Sheldon had it at first, looking at the replay, but then you look at the replay straight on, like, okay, yeah, he got him by.
Oh yeah, you look
much.
at that
He got him by-
replay. It literally came down to where exactly your transponder was located.
Yes, and that's exactly what it was. It was where the transponder was, and Sheldon Hansfield did it. Got in,
and they all have to be in relatively the same place. So, like,
relatively, yeah. But if you that 8/1000th of a second is just
8/1000ths of a second
That's
is
it.
like
a centimeter forward.
The bag that it slips onto or into.
Yes,
came a little loose and it rotated forward this much.
That's 8/1000 of a second, folks. So, oh, that was fantastic. That was awesome. So, and I think it was better than Knoxville National itself. Into the A main we go, and oh boy, okay, yeah. Well, I tell you what, let's do this. Let's get our guest on since he's been hitting the bottle already. And then we will get him going, and we will wrap this up with our Nationals final or A main Knoxville Nationals. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Weather Center, let's welcome
Hold on.
Oliver.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh.
We're getting the video squared up here.
Oh, we're getting the video squared up. Okay, we're getting that in there. But anyway, I also, before we bring him in, I want to give a shout out to Calvin and Jan Knapp for their work on the Best Appearing Helmet this week. $500 went to James McFadden's beautiful Australian Outback helmet. Calvin showed me that right after they did the first round of that, and I said there is nothing going to beat that helmet. It was absolutely gorgeous looking. I mean, there were some really nice helmets out there, but no, there was no beating James McFadden helmet. No.
I was personally a big fan of Brock's Earfosses, to be honest.
I was too. I like that one. I like that one too.
All right, boys, your guest is ready to go here.
All right, Oliver. I heard you're hitting the bottle pretty well, sir.
It's Peter tonight, but yeah.
Oh, it's Peter tonight. Sorry. Peter, I hear you're hitting the bottle pretty hard, sir.
Bert, I don't hit anything really hard unless a deer jumps out in front of me. I like to seductively caress things.
Good Lord, man. But hey, you guys have been spot on with your weather forecast this week. And it's a pretty serious week here. We as Fat Boys have not been appreciating the weather so far since we got back from Knoxville. But
Bert, it's very important to distinguish that we forecast the weather. We do not create the weather.
That's true. You really did.
We master the art of forecasting the weather. We're working, however, on creating clouds of rain and snow, and then we can make buku dollars with the ski resorts and those places that profit off precipitation.
That's true. But no, you guys hit it this week, and I know it's a very, very serious forecast. Y'all were very worried about today, and has it lived up to where you guys are at so far with your expectations? Forecast of the
a week ago when what is now Tropical Storm Fred, well, actually the remnants of Tropical Storm Fred, was just a blip in the southeastern Caribbean. I said that a week from now, Wednesday, Thursday, our weather would be affected what should be a tropical system. That was a week ago. That was 2 days before anyone even mentioned what was now Fred, or what is now Fred. So yeah, I'd say I'd say we nailed it.
Hey,
we also mentioned 4 days ago and emphasized 2 days ago that Fred, like any tropical system, has the very real possibility of creating tornadic activity, tornadoes. And it wasn't until like 10 or 11 o'clock this morning the National Weather Service realized they had a meteorological degree and declared that warning.
So you guys probably should be able to throw out warnings out there, because we had a tornado warning over in the valley today, over in Higgins, and there was no warning or anything about that came out. I'm sure you saw it on the Scoop News or something like that, but no, there was no warning or anything about that.
So, Bert, this is the thing, and this is what we emphasize at DeWeather. We're called DeWeather because we de-weather the weather. We don't use fancy terms all the time. We don't show fancy graphics all the time. In fact, every single one of the graphics we make, we create.
And I love them.
So, of course, we use humor, we use innuendo, and we use some, for example, if you saw today's graphic map that we created, there's a phallic symbol there. But not only is it humorous, it proves a point. So we try to emphasize and try to drive home not just only the MILFs and the single soccer mums, but we try to drive home the weather always as. And with tropical systems, ahead of the tropical systems, that will be the leading edge before the actual system gets to you, is the possibility of tornadic activity. We talked about it a week ago, we talked about it 4 days ago, and when we saw that the path that we predicted was coming true, 2 days ago we started emphasizing the fact that before the storm gets to you, it's going to push tropical air into our air mass, and that has a very real possibility of creating tornadic activity. That's not to say, oh, look, we nailed it. That's not to say that, yeah, we got it right, nobody else did. That's to say that the important things to remember about weather are things that are always the same things to remember about weather. And when you have a tropical storm coming to you, those things are always a possibility. You don't have to wait till the last minute to realize that, oh my God, there's a tornado. Well, yeah, no shit, there's a tornado. Oh, sorry. No dung, there's a tornado. It's a tropical system. That's what happens with tropical systems. Ahead of that system, as that tropical air is introduced to your stable or otherwise stable atmosphere, as it destabilizes, tornadic activity can happen. That's what we do. We de-weather the weather.
And you guys hit it pretty good here so far. And again, hats off to you guys. You guys nailed a great forecast and kept the people informed, and very happy for that. What's it look like for this weekend, buddy? How many cocks are we throwing out for this weekend here?
Are you
there we go.
Adam looks distressed. Adam, are you distressed?
He's trying to hold back his laughter.
Adam, you look quite distressed. I'm not sure if I could send you a lifetime membership to the Weather Fan Club, or send you a Karen identification card. Which one is it?
I'm just trying to laugh.
Also, Clark just sent me a text. Clark just sent me a text and said, "Where the hell are his adoption papers?" All right, but we digress. So after Clark moves through Pennsylvania overnight tonight into tomorrow, it moves up into New York. Once it crosses over Pennsylvania into New York, it starts making an easterly turn towards the coast through New England. It's going to pick up speed. It'll meet a high-pressure system or a system off the coast that's kind of suck it into it, which will speed up the velocity and move it off the coast. But behind that, it's going to pull in and suck in all that tropical moisture from the south. And that's going to create a chance for afternoon and evening thunderstorms and showers all the rest of the work week and into the weekend.
Well, it's summertime, dog days summer, and of course, when you have that tropical system here, you get any of that daytime heat, and that'll fire anything up pretty much right away.
I got another text. Adam, Clark says he can't wait to see you at the next family reunion.
Oh, that's great. Peter, you're the best, buddy. Thanks
Listen, I'm going to say this, and I mentioned this the very first, when Clark was on, Clark mentioned this. Clark and I are twins, by the way. We're one of triplets. It's me, Clark, and Oliver. Our mom was involved in a menage a quattro, and each one of our fathers had one of us inseminated our mothers and had us at different times. But anyway, I digress. We have really gotten into the whole... Are you guys okay? Look, I'm a medic in my real job, and you guys, if I were to look at you right now, I would rush to your house because you look like you're in distress. Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good. We're fine. I got.
All right, Adam, are you okay? Because you don't look okay, Adam. Well, you're both
I haven't,
drinking.
I
That means,
haven't, I haven't been
Just
okay
we're
since
fine.
'93.
well, I just got off a 68-hour tour, 68 straight-hour tour.
Oh,
And
God,
I've been,
man.
as Bert would say, hitting the bottle hard, no, caressing seductively the bottle of bourbon. And it's been caressing me back. And now I forget exactly what I was going. Oh, the iRacing thing. We've gotten into the iRacing thing.
Have
We
ya?
have included racing references in all of our map graphics. If you look at our map graphic
seen it.
today, you will see over Bristol, Tennessee, that is. Oh, Bristol, Virginia, Bristol, Tennessee. You will see a reference to fire suit crotch wet. So when people ask how wet is it, it's fire suit crotch wet. And anyone who's into racing or has raced a car will understand what fire suit crotch means.
Oh, God almighty. That is fantastic.
So that
Oh, I
my
love
friends,
it.
collectively is our collective contribution to the future Smithsonian Institute. Someday someone will, Chris, will probably submit these to the Smithsonian, and in the year 3020, 100 or 21, 100 years from now, we'll be like, hey, that's Bert and Clark's brother Adam, and they were talking about racing and weather graphics.
That's fantastic. Oh, Peter, tell us where people can go find the Weather Center with Adam's brothers Clark and Oliver and you. Where can they find everything at?
Listen, I love your show, and I truly, I've grown to be a real fan of iRacing. And at some point, Bert, you and Adam and me are going to get together at a racetrack somewhere in Pennsylvania, and we're going to create nonsense.
Tell me when, brother. You tell me when. We'll be there.
So you guys have a very good night. Stay safe. In all seriousness, stay safe as the weather moves through. And at some point, like 3 or 4 weeks, when you decide to have me back again, you let me know, and I'll be here.
We'll see you next week, buddy. You're back next week. We already signed you up for next week. Thank you for coming on, buddy. Talk to you soon. Oh, I love them. They are the best. The Weather Center, folks. Go check them out on Facebook. They are literally offensively accurate. I mean, they nailed this forecast very well with Fred moving up the coast, and they've been spot on with the tornadoes and that today, and the chance of some flooding, which I was hoping they'd be wrong on that one, and they've been. It doesn't seem like it's been as effective up here in Scoop County like it has been in the past. I know some other places have gotten it, but I'm glad, knock on wood, that this continues throughout the night. That's the only thing I wish they were wrong on, but they've been very, very good with it so far.
Shut up.
I know. All right, let's wrap this puppy up as
Stop
we get ready.
talking about the F word.
I know. Which one? All right. The Knoxville
Ends
Nationals.
with D.
Both of them end with D.
Bad F word. No, they don't.
Knoxville Nationals. Track prep.
10 out of 10.
I thought
Recommend.
track prep did not go the way I thought we were going to see it. I was surprised at how dirty the first 10 laps were of that race. And then it got interesting as Kyle Larson has the golden horseshoe, takes the lead from Donnie Schatz right before the halfway break. Shit. That's what it was kind of like.
Womp,
Like,
womp.
all right, well, womp, womp. And then you had the whole blackjack, him kind of just stepping on it, going up a little bit too high, and then jumping the cushion in sunshine. I don't know what the hell that was about when he caught the rut there and he went over.
I don't know.
But it came down to
We tore up a lot of race cars this week that we really didn't need to tear up.
I agreed. But it came down to the last 5 laps because Kyle Larson had about a 6-second lead. And then it came down to about a half a second lead with about 5 to go. And there was a lot of electricity starting to go on there. Okay, does Kyle Larson have enough? Or does he have a tire going down? Or did he not save his stuff? Well, he saved just enough to hold out Donnie Schatz on the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never cheered for Donnie Schatz harder in my entire life
Same.
than I did on Saturday night.
But You gotta respect it though, because I said it. I said on Saturday night. It's only fitting that Kyle Larson goes out and win the Knoxville Nationals that were supposed to be ran in 2020. So Kyle Larson picks up the win in the 60th run of the Knoxville Nationals over Donnie Shaw's Brad Sweet, Gio Scelzi. Logan Schuhart comes up from 12th to 5th. Brett Marks goes to 6th. James McFadden 7th. Casey Kane 8th. Carson Macedo 9th. And 10th was Sheldon Hahn. Hey, Sheldon Hansfield from 24th to 10th. That's a good run.
I'll give you one run that I thought was better until it ended abruptly.
Giving me.
Carson Macedo.
Yeah.
He was what, 23rd to 10th within the first 5 laps?
Yep.
Heck.
Yes, he was.
I don't know what happened to him there right before the break, but man, he was on rails.
I mean, he still finished 9th.
Yeah. But still, just by how he was charging through, I don't know. I thought we could have been witnessing like a Logan Schuhart from 2 years, 23rd to 2nd kind of deal.
Could have been, but unfortunately, the way that track rubbered up. But anyway, before we finish up here, we'll get into our thoughts on Knoxville Nationals here. Local winners from this weekend here. Big Diamond Corey Haas picked up the win for the 410s out there, even though, yes, there was some weather in the area. They only had 12 cars, 13 cars, whatever. Can't fault them there. Good job on Big Diamond for at least trying to get that show in. Saturday night, Clinton County goes to Brian Smith's, and then Lincoln went to Tyler Ross. And then the Forrest Rogers went to Craig Bondoran. Another Forrest Rogers win for him down there. And so, yeah. So let's wrap this puppy up. Adam, your thoughts on the Knoxville Nationals?
It lived up to everything that I thought it was going to be. That's for sure. Strongly recommend getting, when the little man comes through the Hall of Fame and asks you if you want a tour of the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower, do it. I mean, there's not a whole heck of a lot in there, but they show you the suites that are in there. Like, for instance, the tour guide just so happens that the suite that he's in every Friday or every Saturday night is the Tucker Klausmeyer suite, which is really neat because inside of there's, I mean, you're obviously like suite types of things, full bar, all that stuff. But then you add the memorabilia that's in there. There's helmets and photos that are signed and a suit and the whole 9 yards. And it was so cool. And if you look down, there's a window that you can view all of them. And down at the very end of the suites is the Marshall families, which is, I mean, I didn't get to see the Marshall suite because the tour guide doesn't have a key to all of them. But right next to that is the Clausen family suite, which was paid for by the Marshalls. It's such a surreal moment to go through there, and then you got to see the view from the top of that place, and it's taller than the Hall of Fame, and it's so neat to see the track from that angle. And then you go down through the elevator back down to the bottom floor, and there is just from floor to ceiling, like, I don't know, 20 feet tall, like a memorial for Brian. It has all sorts of pictures on it. And I actually sent this to Colton Casey. I hope Tina saw it. Grandview Speedway is inside of the Brian Clausen Tower Suite. His win at Grandview in the USAC car for Chasing 200. It has the Thunder on the Hill show check in front of him, which I thought was pretty neat. So, I mean, it lived up to everything that it was and then some. And honestly, I can't wait to go back. I mean, it's definitely your first time to Knoxville. I think is always going to have a special piece of your heart and your memory.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It was almost everything I could imagine and or think just it blew my mind. We were walking down in front of the Knoxville Raceway and down, uh, just this history in that place and everywhere, and just the way the town gets behind it, and just everything. You go through, you look at the pylons underneath the grandstands there with the champions from the previous years, and that kind of gives you goosebumps looking at that. Yeah, you go across the street, the Dingus, you go into that, you go in that Casey's right across. I mean, everything is right there. You have a Hy-Vee at Casey's, the Dingus, it's right there. The facility, second to none. Literally, the second the grandstands are clear, they're in there cleaning it up. They're in there cleaning the bathrooms constantly. The prices are fantastic. Um, Everything is within a good distance of each other. It is just a top-notch facility, and the racing itself was fantastic. Do wish Saturday night was a little bit better, but it is what it is. We saw some great racing all throughout the week, and I guess we're back in 2022. I guess simple to say, this is something we can't miss now, I guess, or else making every other year thing. But the Knoxville Nationals are everything.
Yeah.
Everything and then some.
The only facility I would put up there with Knoxville, not saying it beats Knoxville, is Charlotte. I mean, I love going to Charlotte. I can't wait for that in November. Charlotte's just a beautiful facility, but Knoxville, man, there's something about walking in there, or like when I was driving past when we were trying to find somewhere to park. It's, you'll look around and you just see corn for miles, and then all of a sudden this little town in Knoxville becomes this massive city for 2 weeks if you include the 360 Nationals, and it's just incredible. I mean, the people 3 blocks over are letting you park in their lawn, just because it's the Nationals. Like, I don't know. I mean, I must have walked probably about 3.5 blocks back and 2 blocks over just to get a Davey Heskin t-shirt.
Yeah, he said about that. I thought we were going to do some walking to go find these Bobby Minster shirts, but luckily we didn't
that
have
was
to.
just pure convenience right there. Like, I just see this whole crowd of people running up the steps with Bobby Minster shirts on. I'm like, wonder where they got that at. And then drunk
I'm
you.
Grapples deep. 2 grapples deep, by the way.
Yeah, they were probably singles.
No, they were doubles. But, I heard that one. Wow, somebody's pissed off.
That sounded like right outside of my house. Hopefully my truck's on fire. That'd be great.
Oh, jeez. All right, well, let's get the hell out of here then. So, all right, folks. Well, we'll be back with a full show next week here on the Highside Hustle. We kind of put this together last minute after Bridgeport rained out. I was hoping to get down there tonight, go see some URC racing with the East Coast, but unfortunately, Mother Nature had some other plans here. But we'll be back next week.
Thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Fred. Yeah, but we will cover the World of Outlaw Building late models. They're in for a doubleheader this weekend. They're in tomorrow night at the Orange County Speedway, Friday night at the Williams Grove Speedway. Can't wait for that one with the World of Outlaw Building late models here. Saturday night, Lincoln Trailway Shootout begins. They start Saturday night at the Lincoln Speedway. Sunday afternoon down at the Trailway Speedway. I love when they get down on the farm. I will be up actually in Bloomsburg for our URC show up there with the Speedsters on Sunday night. So I'm really upset I'm going to be missing Trailways, but I do URC. That's a cool part. And then next week, we'll be doing our preview show next Wednesday night for the All-Star Swing as they get ready to come in. Thursday night, Grandview. Friday night, the Grove. Saturday night, Lincoln. Sunday, fun day down at Battsmore Speedway. And then it is into the month of money, folks. So the race season is got a long way to go. Yet. Pennsylvania month of money. Hey, we got a long way to go, folks. So, all right. Any final thoughts, Adam?
No. Actually,
say it.
I don't know how we go racing in Pennsylvania after seeing Knoxville. Like, I feel spoiled now.
We go and compare everything to Knoxville now. And
but I don't want the comparison between our local tracks and Knoxville to hinder our judgment, because if we don't support our local tracks, they're going to go away with the wayside. And I'd
Then
rather
you know
have
what we
that
do?
not
We
happen.
just go enjoy the races like we always have. How about that?
That's true.
That's true too.
All right.
Anyway, Chris,
Get out of here.
what's coming up on the National Race Network, buddy?
Coming up tomorrow night, doubleheader, season finale of the Ezra IndyCar Series. Indy Pro 2000s will be following that. Linda Speedway on Friday night and Highside Cup Series on Sunday. Coming up, 2021 Season 4 for iRacing. We're going to have a 3-hour block of racing on Tuesday nights from 8 to 11. 3 different open wheel series. Looking at picking up a couple of dirt series, also a NASCAR Cup Series. We're going to be busy, man.
Love it. We love to hear it. So, Chris, thanks for putting up with us again. I know it's been a couple weeks since we had a show, but hey, we've been busy with a lot of great racing in the area, and of course our trip to Knoxville. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, man. It's very good to be back. So, all right.
Is it good to be back?
It is great to be back.
Is it?
I miss doing our show. I miss doing our show as much as I love spending time with you, Adam. Being in a hotel room with you, and on an airplane with you.
No, you don't. I'm a miserable
did-
fucking hotel room.
Oh, that's a surgery off the air. But anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on the Highside Hustle right here on the National Racing Network. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors, the Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, 34 Motorsports. Go check out 34 Motorsports for all your fire or safety needs, all that other good stuff they have there. Go check out Sean at 34 Motorsports. Hot Shoe Racewear right behind me with that beautiful flag from Alan Grace. He designed that. He does some fantastic work. Go check out Alan and Hot Shoe Racewear. And that'll do it. So for executive producer Chris Graham, that's big second, right? I wait till the end of the show to call you that tonight. My name is Burt Wojcik. Keep on hustling, folks. We'll see you next week